Hello everyone, welcome back to Blacksmith Studios. My name is Jack and today we will be talking about the recent rumours for the Nova series and the debut of Annihilus and the Annihilation wave. Now, before we get into the scoops, I just want to explain who Annihilus kind of is, for those who don't read comics or anything. Annihilus is a powerful cosmic being in Marvel Comics who comes from the negative zone, and he leads an enormous army of insect-like creatures called the Annihilation wave. Now, in the comics, I believe it is Annihilus who destroys Xandar. That causes Richard Rider to become Nova Prime. But in the MCU, it's kind of different because Thanos apparently destroyed Xandar when he went searching for the Power Stone. So the initial scoop about Annihilus debuting in the Nova series came from Daniel RPK, but further scoops have come out by My Time to Shine Hello. Now, I must say before I go further, Daniel RPK is a renowned scooper with a high credibility rate, and he has been right on many occasions. However, My Time to Shine Hello doesn't have that same level of credibility, so please, everything I say, take with a grain of salt. So, the scoops that I've started are that Marvel Studios are hoping the Nova series will be young and sexy, and it seems that they're kind of trying to stick to a 80s military movie tone, kind of in a similar vibe to the movie Top Gun. Some pictures that have been presented to them include Richard Rider joining the Nova Corps in a similar style to Starship Troopers as they fight the first phase of the Annihilation wave. Now, this show has already sold itself to me, if this is true, and I believe I know how the story could go. It could be that after Thanos destroyed Xandar, some of the Nova Corps survived and regrouped elsewhere and provided assistance across the galaxy during the blip. But I can also see a scenario where Richard was the only surviving member of the Nova Corps when Xandar was destroyed, and it's during this show where the Annihilation wave begin to attack. They could come through breaks in reality due to the incursions. It causes Annihilus' army to break into the main universe from the negative zone. Richard could then recruit a new Nova Corps, new members, including Sam Alexander from Earth. But obviously, that's if this show takes place before Secret Wars. If it takes place after and within the Mutant Saga, then we could simply have the Fantastic Four make an appearance during the show, or maybe during one of the movies. For the Fantastic Four, they explain the negative zone and how Annihilus and his Annihilation wave are actually able to get into the main MCU. Either way, Annihilus being in the show is absolutely amazing, and it will surely get fans hyped to watch the series. I do remember during the events, after Avengers Infinity War, many fans were kind of questioning who would be the main villain of Endgame, before we even knew it was called Endgame, and Annihilus was one of the characters that people kind of wanted. Now, I must admit, although I'm excited, Annihilus is too big of a villain for just a Nova series. Even if it is over a few seasons, I just think Annihilus deserves a bit more. So, what this show could be is, as some of the scoops have actually stated, it's the first phase of the Annihilation wave. So, this could be how Annihilus starts his invasion on the main MCU, and Nova is the first to discover this. Sounds very, very similar to kind of the vibe of the Lantern show for DC, but it could still kind of follow that sort of vibe. But we could then witness a few projects throughout the MCU that become part of this overarching story of Annihilus. We could start with the Nova series, then a Fantastic Four sequel, followed by Guardians of the Galaxy 4, or it could be anything, where we see more of Annihilus' army and maybe a bit more about Annihilus' backstory and his plan to invade. We could cover this over various cosmic projects in the MCU, and he could be the cosmic level Thanos, similarly to how Kingpin's being seen as the street level Thanos going forward. Then we could end with a big crossover movie with Annihilus arriving completely, and this could be this big Avengers level movie, not necessarily an Avengers movie, but just in terms of scale. I think if Annihilus is being brought into the MCU in a Nova project, then it should be the beginning of a larger story. But either way, I'm really excited to see if and when the Nova series releases, and if it does include Annihilus or even Sam Alexander becoming the new Nova, or a new Nova, then I can imagine that this show is going to be great. If Annihilus eventually goes on to be the main villain in a larger Annihilation event movie, then that's just a bonus. But anyway, thank you all so much for listening. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below on the Nova series and Annihilus' future in the MCU. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this. And yeah, thank you all again for watching. I hope you have a great day.